Hello everyone, welcome to my CCI Enterprise course. In this course, you will learn all the technology related to your CCI Enterprise journey. And in case if you are looking for the actual lab type of scenario and the solution, then you can reach out. You can send me email ratnesh721kumar721 that is here, and then I will send you that detailed info that how my students they are preparing for their actual lab training. It will be almost similar that what you will expect in the exam. You can practice. I will help you. I will guide you for 1 month to clear this exam. I will help you step by step how to drill down um, the solution, drill down the technology into small pieces, and I will help you to pass your exam in first attempt. So go for this course. This will be a good place where you can learn the technology. But if you are serious about the CCI lab exam, then you can drop me an email and you can get the detailed info. All right, so let me stop this video, and if you watch this video, you can simply contact me and you can get the information related to the new update that we have in the CCI Enterprise Lab. Thanks for joining. Today we have SD-WAN day 1 session, and we are going to see that what are the components we have in SD-WAN and what is the architecture for SD-WAN. As we know that we are in the SDN environment where we have decoupled the data and the control plane. Now, once we are talking about decoupling, that means that we have controllers somewhere. From there, we can go and manage the data plane devices. So not only the control plane we have decoupled, but we have decoupled the management plane as well. So if I have overall architecture for SD-WAN, and if I try to fit everything within same box, then you will see that you may have your controller somewhere. So let me go and draw. Suppose I have my control plane, I have my data center, and then I have my branches. So how it is? So I may have DC1 and DC2, and then I may have branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4, and then on top, when we are seeing this control plane, in that control plane also we have divide. So we may have management plane, we may have orchestration plane, we may have control plane. So how it is? So let's try to understand the architecture of SD-WAN and how we can go and break. So we know that we may have DC1 and we may have DC2 or DCDR, then different branches. Branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. On top, let's mark this as a VManage. This is my management plane. Or let's start like this. Management plane. Then I have some orchestration plane. I have control plane. Like this, we have the architecture for one enterprise network. So suppose this is ABC company. And in this enterprise network, because we are using SD-WAN solution, obviously we have to go and fit some sort of ISPs as well. So I'll go and use these boxes as these are my ISP. Suppose ISP blue and ISP red. So let me quickly go and do something. I have my ISP. Suppose this is ISP blue and this is ISP green, blue and green. So I have ISP1, say 1, and I have ISP2, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is overall architecture. In terms of WAN, at the moment we'll think WAN, and then if we go and transform our WAN to SD-WAN, so suppose this is our latest architecture, this is our SD-WAN environment where we want to manage entire data center and branches, the HQs, from one centralized location. Now this one centralized location from where we want to manage, we have something called control plane, and this control plane in SD-WAN, we have something called VSmart, which is the intelligence behind the SD-WAN fabric, which is the intelligent device in the fabric. And this has virtual form factor, means this is installed over any compute, either ESXi or KVM or over cloud also. You can go and install to any of the cloud, maybe AWS, Azure, etc. Now again, we'll go and discuss about how we can manage the management orchestration and control plane. Maybe it is hosted over some cloud. Maybe Cisco will tell, okay, I will go and manage your entire control plane. You can go and manage only your data center devices or branch devices. Like you manage your branches or edges, I will go and manage the control plane. Management means that these devices, I will take care of these devices for 1 year or 2 year or 3 years as per the license or subscription. And when you need to upgrade or any downtime, anything related to my managed device, then I will do it. I will upgrade from 19 to 20, 20 to 21, etc. etc. Means they will take care of entire infra, entire management life cycle of the control plane. Apart from that, other option is this, that it can be managed via any MSP. Any MSP, they will tell, okay, I will manage your control plane. Third option is this, that we can go and install over the data center somewhere in my infra, and then I can manage. So managing this control plane, we have multiple option. What's the name of the orchestration plane? Is nothing but VBond. And what's the name of the management plane? It's a VManage. V for Viptela, Manage, Bond, and Smart. Now, when we are here, we are talking about this. The nice thing about this VManage is this, that this VManage having open API. That means it can be integrated with any third-party tool, whichever tool able to understand the APIs. It can be managed from API as well. That means that we can manage via some script as well. So whatever we can go and do via the GUI within the vManage, that can be done with help of APIs as well, with help of some scripting as well. So that feature is there with the management plane. Now what's the use of this orchestration plane? If any device, so suppose in branch, I have any router that I want to onboard. Suppose I have one router. Let me use some. Suppose I have one router and I want to onboard this router in my branch. So what will happen, that this router that I want to onboard in branch number 1, it will go, and the first time authentication will happen to VBond. VBond has to go and authenticate these devices with respect to their serial number, chassis ID. Once VBond will go and authenticate that particular device, then only it will join the fabric. So what will happen, that VBond will pass that information to VManage and VSmart. Then again VManage will go and check the serial number, chassis ID. VSmart will go and check the serial number and chassis ID. And after that, what is happening behind the scene, that this connection, this control connection that we have with the branches, it will get tear down, and then permanent connection will built with the management plane and the control plane. The connection that we have with the VBond is like first time connection that will be temporary. The permanent connection we have with the is always with the VManage and VSmart. So use of this VBond is what? Use of this VBond is, it is working as a orchestration layer. It is working as authentication layer. Any device, whenever they are joining the fabric, leaving the fabric, at that time is VBond responsibility to do that authentication. So what is this VManage? Just the manage, as name suggests, this is the management plane doing the management. VBond is nothing but your authentication server or orchestration server. Then comes this VSmart. VSmart is actually is the brain. You can see this is the brain in the fabric, and all type of routing decision. We'll see that all sort of routing decisions and policy and key etc. It will be done from the VSmart. VSmart is actually the brain here. Then coming to the edge devices or the data center edge devices. Edge devices we have where within the branches, you will see that later on, that within the branches and within the data centers, within the branches and within the data center, we have data plane connectivity. These data plane connectivities are nothing but they are IPsec tunnel. So that red line that we have is nothing but it is the IPsec tunnel where actual data movement will happen. Okay, so let me go and recolor this control plane connection. Suppose this is blue, this blue color is nothing, and let me go and highlight here this blue color, either dotted or solid blue color. These blue color are the control connection. Again, we have to study about that more and more. These control connections are either DTLS or TTLS, but these are the control connection, and they may be DTLS, UDP based tunnel, or they may be TCP based tunnel where you are sending the control packets. But when we are talking, yeah, you can, you had any query, you can ask.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. So these red ones, you can see these are the IPsec tunnels, and the blue ones, they are the control plane tunnel within the controller itself. So let me go and draw this arrow type. Within the controller itself, they have the control connection, and from the devices to the control plane devices or the controllers, we have this control plane tunnel. So we have the tunnel like this also. Now you will see, not with the VBond actually, we have with the VSmart. Oops. We have this tunnel with the, let me go and stretch that. We have this with the VManage, and now I can go and do like this. VSmart, VManage, then VSmart, VManage. And these tunnels are over any ISPs. Means if I have two ISP, then you will see that number of control connections will be 2. So overall architecture is this, that we have the management plane, we have the control plane, we have the orchestration plane, and then we have the edge devices. Obviously, they are separated via some ISPs. Then we have to go and verify the control connections and data connections. Control connections are either DTLS, TLS. These data connections are nothing but the IPsec tunnels where actual source and destination traffic will get exchanged. So this is the overall architecture we have. Now what we can understand and learn here, that okay, you set up the controllers and then set up the data plane devices, and then what are the other things will happen. So once we have the controllers up and running, once we have the data plane devices up and running, then automatically this IPsec tunnel will get created. So IPsec tunnel creation is automated within the fabric. At the moment you have the tunnels, at the moment you have the control plane and data plane, these IPsec tunnels will get created. But do we have any prerequisite to do that? We will go and verify that. So what we can do now, let's focus on control plane first, and then we will go and focus on the data plane. So let's do like this. What I will do here, I'll go and remove and these arrows as well. And let us focus on the control plane, and then we can go and study about the data plane. Okay, like this. Okay, so better I should go and draw new. Okay, so let's go and figure out. Let's only discuss about the control plane, the controllers only. Okay, I'll do one thing. Suppose this is my VManage. I'll use this color, and then this is my. Let's focus on this one by one. So I'll go and start with VManage, and then we'll go and check the. Let's start with VManage. Now I have to bring up VManage. What I need to install the OVF over any compute. Once you do the installation, then you have some image you are installing over compute. Then what are the other requirement? VManage is what? VManage is my management plane. How it is managing? How it has to go and manage what? So VManage has to manage what? What it will manage? It has to go and manage the configurations, the templates, the policies, the what you can see, the statistics of the network, like which application is top talker, which tunnel is going down, up, the fluctuations. Like it should have all the information that what is happening within the network, plus the configuration, plus the management, plus the API, like all these things it should have. That means that VManage should have the database. It has the data store. Until unless I have the database and I can index that database, so what to search, what to query, and that's with the API we can do all this indexing and all. But it has the database. Now within that database, it may have configurational database, it may have some backup database, it may have some device statistics databases, network configuration databases, and all and all. Like, but the point here is that it has database. Now, if you have some database, so you need some storage. That means it need, if you want to bring up the VManage, what you need? You need storage. So yes, if you go and check the guide you. I think minimum is 500 gig for a small network like that. Some data fact sheet or data sheet is there that if you want to install VManage, then VManage should have this much of minimum 500 gig of minimum data storage requirement if you are managing 500 devices. If you are managing 2000 devices, then more. Then you need more CPU, core, RAM. It depends that how many devices we want to manage and how much resources you need like RAM, processor, data store, etc. That sheet is there in Cisco websites. So okay, we understood that okay, it needs some storage. Now, whenever we are talking about any type of controller, we know one thing that these controllers, they are coming with some sort of redundancy. So that means if you go and install vManage, you need at least 3 vManage in a cluster. So if I have 3 vManage in a cluster, then what I need? Then in that case, I need inter-cluster management interface. That means I need one NIC card that will be common in the fabric. You need at least one NIC that will be visible to all the vManage. Then only you can provide the cluster IP. So it should have one common NIC, like one NIC that is to manage the cluster, to create the cluster. So it need one extra NIC as well, one vNIC to manage the cluster, right? So it need one extra data store, it need one extra vNIC. Now coming back to the traditional question, traditional means that what is the normal requirement? So normal requirement is that if you have any device, you should have WAN interface plus normal management interface. Now WAN interface, why? Because if you have WAN interface, then only it can go and connect to the ISP and connect to the other devices, other controllers, other branch devices. How branch device will go and connect to the vManage? It should have the WAN interface. So yeah, it has the WAN interface. Suppose this is my WAN link that is going to the ISP. This is our ISP. So that means it has the WAN interface. Apart from that, it need one more interface that is for management purpose. So it has one more NIC and that is for management. So that means when we want to bring up our VManage, we need 3 NIC card. So it has the MGMT. It has the WAN interface. So this is the WAN interface. So that means if I want to bring up the vManage, I need 3 interfaces. I need data store. Apart from that, obviously you need CPU core. You need to associate these things. Then only over the ESXi you can bring up the vManage, right? So we'll study about this in our SD-WAN. The WAN interfaces are part of transport VPN, that is VPN 0, and the management interfaces, they are part of management VPN. So I'll type management VPN and that is VPN 512. These things will come again and again and again and again. Now before I go and move further, let me quickly go. I have one OBF. Let me quickly go to that OBF file and let me show you that what does it mean. And then I'll go to the other controllers and let's make like this. Let's just focus on this part only. Let's focus on only VManage, and then we'll check the other controller. So if I have my folder, the recording folder that we have, where we have the recordings, home lab or something, syllabus, event doc, template, workshop, working directory. Here you have one image. We manage. If I simply double click here, I have workstation in my system. Okay, so suppose we manage one. At the moment, I have only one VManage, so I will assign only two VNIC. One VNIC will be for management, and one VNIC will be for the
For the one.
VPN. Yeah. So I can go here to edit virtual machine setting, and I have only one interface. So let me go and add first of all one interface and then add one more. One is for VPN 0 I want to add, one is for VPN 512, and then I want to add the extra storage as well. So this is a small lab, so I'll go and add only 10 gig. And then I'll start this. So now this is booting up. Once this will get booted, then you will see that so it will take maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Once we'll get the system ready message, then we log into the VManage, and then we will assign the storage and again we'll boot it. System ready, username, password, admin. Now it is asking that what is your hard disk? Option 1, yes. I want to boot, yes. Now after booting up, you will see that it has some IP. It will, those VNICs. So I have my DHCP services on this VMware workstation. From that DHCP services, those interfaces will get some IP address. So we'll verify that. Meanwhile, let's go back to the drawing. Here we are. Okay, so suppose we have the VManage, and in this VManage, we have one interface that we want for VPN 0. So this is my VPN 0. So this interface is part of VPN 0. That is nothing but transport VPN. And in my case, it may be ETH0. We'll see that ETH0 or ETH1. And then I have one interface which is part of VPN 512, maybe ETH0 or 1. I think this will be ETH1. We'll see that once it will boot up. Maybe it is 0. And this will be, oops, this will be my management VPN. So I'll go here and write the MGMT VPN. These two VPNs we have. We'll go and verify the IP address. It's my VManage. Let's go. So it got booted. I can type admin username password, and I can go and check show interface description. Now we'll see that ETH0 having this IP, ETH1. Now the problem here is this, that both are part of VPN 0. Let me quickly show you this. I can log in this from my secure CRT as well. I can go to my secure CRT. VManage is taking IP 31. So I'll go and change the IP. Let's log in. Show interface description. What I want here, that's okay that VPN 0 having interface ETH0, but I should go to VPN 0 and no interface Ethernet 1, and then I should go to VPN 512, assign the interface back here, ETH1, and IP DHCP client, no shutdown, and commit and quit. So if I do this thing, and again if I go and check the interfaces, you will see that the 512, that is my management VPN, got this management IP, and then my ETH0, which is my WAN side facing interface, having this IP, that is my, maybe that is my corporate IP. So now we are very much good here, that we can see that our devices having the IP. So what other thing we have set down here? We have set it down here two things. So let's go back to the drawing tool. So while doing this VManage bring up, first of all, we have installed, right? So we installed OVF over compute. Then second thing what we have done, the second point what we have done here is this. This is point one. The second thing that we have done here is this, that we have assigned or configured VPN 0 and VPN 512 interfaces. These are some of the configuration is very much required. Otherwise, we don't have the management access. Otherwise, these devices can't reach to the other controllers. To bring up the entire fabric, they should have the communication to each other. Now, after that, what we want to do, we have something called mandatory configuration. So we should do mandatory configuration, and mandatory configuration is nothing but the system wide configuration. So we should go and do the system wide configuration as well. Otherwise, spelling goes wrong. Mandatory. Okay, system wide configuration. What does it mean by system wide configuration? I'll come to that. But till this point, do you have any query? You can ask.
I'm good. Yeah, so far it's good.
Okay. So we should do that system wide configuration. In that system wide configuration, basically, we have 5 mandatory things. Means we have 5 very important, you can say the mandatory as well, config that we should do. In system wide configuration, we should do, first of all, we should give the host name, then system IP, then site ID, then VBond IP. So how we can reach to your authenticator. So VBond IP, and then finally org name, organization name. That is one of the key constraint for certification process. Organization name should match when we are talking about the certification. So org name should be there. VBond IP should reach to the VBond. Otherwise, authentication will not happen. Site ID is like grouping of devices within same site. Same type of devices we are putting in the same site. That is the site ID. System IP is nothing but the same concept that we have in BGP loopback addresses or MPLS loopback addresses. System IP or maybe F5 system IPs. System IPs are very much like IPs, those are fixed to the system. That means that any interface will go down, still you have reachability via the system IP. Later on, we will see that system IP is one of the attribute of TLOC, transport locator. We'll see that later on. What is the importance of TLOC, OMP, etc., etc. We'll work on that. A system IP is one of the key configuration within the system wide configuration. These 5 configuration line items we should provide. Now, before going further, I don't have VBond here in my network. So I should go and bring up the VBond as well before doing the mandatory configuration. So let's do that. Let me quickly go to my OVF folder. And here you will see that I don't have VBond, but VEdge will work as a VBond. There is some configuration that we are providing to the VEdge, so that VEdge will work as a VBond. We'll see that how it is. So once I come here, we haven't discussed the VBond, but we know that we should have 2 interfaces here. You don't need a storage. You don't need extra VNIC. Here the requirement is less. So let's go here to the, oops. Okay. And I don't need extra interfaces, so I can go and remove few of the interfaces. These extra interfaces we need when we have service side VPN that we will discuss later on. I just wanted to bring up the VBond. So when I provide the IP to my VManage, it should reach to VBond. So when we are talking about this mandatory configuration, what is that mandatory configuration? Let's do like this. So we have this information handy with us. Now we will do one thing. We'll go and check the system-wide configuration. So I can go here and start typing the system. Some mandatory configuration we have, system-wide configuration. So what we will do? We can go to the conft like Cisco we are going, and then we can go to the system label, and then we can give the host name. Suppose VManage 1. Then I'll go and give the system IP. For example, system IP 11.1. It's a loopback type of it. Then site ID, maybe 1000 I will give. Then VBond IP. So we'll see it may be 172.10.10.32. We'll see that what IP it is. Then the organization name. So I have the org name. That organization name I will provide here. At the moment I'll write ABC and then number. So this you have to give, and once we'll do that, then we have to go and do the commit. That means it will be committed to the device. Apart from that, we should have, so when we are talking about mandatory configuration, so in the mandatory part of configuration, you will see that we have other things as well. So in mandatory configuration field, so this is my mandatory configuration. In this mandatory configuration, once you give this system-wide configuration, then you should go and provide the VPN 0 configuration as well. So we know that over VPN 0, so if I go to VPN 0, in that VPN 0, first of all, we have to go to VPN 0. Then you can go to the interface, suppose ETH. 0 is my transport to VPN. Over that, you can go and give a static IP address, or if you have something dynamic, you can use IP client, no shutdown. Then you have to go to within this VPN 0, you should have reachability. So you have to go and do some routing configuration. Then you can go to VPN 512 interface, suppose ETH1 IP client. Absolutely no shutdown like in Cisco, because these engineers, they work for Cisco, then they develop these SD-WAN. So CLI is very much like Cisco. And here also, if you have any default gateway, you can do it. So in mandatory config, just do this much configuration and we are good. Already we have all this VPN configuration. Only thing we have to do here is to do the configuration related to system configuration. Let's quickly go to that VBond. Let's see, show interface. So it has, oh, it has IP 45, 10, 172.10.10.45. So if I go back here to my place, and if I go here, I should change this to 45, and then I can log into VBond. So this is 45. Now you can see I'm unable to log in, right? Because a VEdge we are making as a VBond, and later on you will understand that once we have VEdge, they have some configuration related to IPsec tunnel. So if I go here, show run VPN 0, you will see over the gig interface, VPN 0 interface gig is 00, you should go and remove the tunnel. If you do that, then only I can connect here, otherwise it will not allow us to log in. So now I have my VBond, you can see the VEdge, but this is actually VBond. Likewise, we are doing configuration for VManage. We have to do for VBond as well. Before that, let's see that. So we have this VPN 0 configuration. If I go and do show run VPN 0, basic configuration, just we are talking about basic configuration, very baseline, a startup configuration. So we are good. So with respect to VManage, that now we have to go and assign this, but instead of this 32, I should go and give the IP 45, and I should go and give the correct organization name. In the same folder, you have, let me quickly show you this. If you go here, template and other config, or maybe home lab. Yeah, bootstrap configuration, you can see. If you open those folders, I just wanted to know, take that organization name. We have some organization name. Yeah. Because with this organization name, we have some images. So let's go here and this is my organization name. Okay, so let's go to the device. VManage, where is my VManage? Let's do the configuration. So I can go here. You can see system, host name, or you can go to system mode like this. Now you are in the system. Let me go on top. Let's do one thing. vshell you can do, and then you can do clear. You can go to Linux cell from here and there. So let's go to system. Now, once you are in the system, you have all those options like host name, VManage 1 or 1, then system IP 1111, then site ID maybe 1000, then the VBond IP, simply it is asking IP 172.10.10.45. While giving this IP, make sure that we have the IP reachability. Organization name, I have this, and it should be in like quotes, like, and then I can do commit and quit. Now we should give this baseline minimum configuration to VManage, and we should give this to VBond as well. So if I go to VBond, here also we can go to the system, host name, VBond1, then site ID, maybe they are part of same site ID, system IP, maybe 1.1.1.2, and the organization name, I'll go and copy. But there is one change. While you are giving the VBond IP to VBond, so okay, I'll go and give 172.10.10.45, but you have to do this like VBond only or some only command. Yes. Local, this is the change command. So we have to tell VBond that you are the VBond. We have to give this local VBond. Commit and quit. So now we have the VManage, now we have the VBond. If we have VSmart, quickly go to, oops, sorry. If we can go to the VSmart, then we have full controllers, right? So let me quickly go here. Let me quickly go here, and we have this VSmart image. VSmart 1. Now VSmart 1, once it will come up, then we will check the VNix. We'll assign the proper VNix. Can go here. And it's a little bit slow, it will come. I can assign this and add one more network, and I can go and assign this. Okay, and let's boot this. Meanwhile, let's go here. So what we have done, that we are doing the mandatory configuration for VManage. Likewise, let's do that for VBond. So for VBond also, if we have the VBond, install it over, and you don't need this storage. So in case of VBond, we'll see that how redundancy will get achieved in VBond. We can verify that. So when we are talking about VBond, similar things we need, very much similar things, except that we don't need that cluster interface. So I'll go and remove this entire thing here. So suppose this is my VBond. I need VPN 0, I need VPN 512. We need this mandatory configuration. We need to install it over OVF. So we need this to install, we need this, we need this. We should have this mandatory configuration and all. Install OVF over any compute, yes. You need the WAN interface, management interface, yes. Transport VPN, like that. We need all these things. Apart from that, let's quickly go here and check that the other configuration that we have. So other mandatory configuration that we need for our VBond. This is my this is my VBond. So here host name you can go and give VBond. Then the ID, then site ID is okay. Here you need local VBond. Some command is like this local or something, and then this is same. This is same like this. This much configuration we want to do to VBond. Actually, we have done this configuration as well. Now next, what I want next, I want to do the configuration for VSmart. So let's go and do the configuration to VSmart as well. The third piece we have in the controller, VSmart. For VSmart, you need all those things. For VSmart, this will be suppose VSmart. This will be 3 site IDs. Okay, you don't need these line items. So then you have your VSmart. Let's quickly go to VSmart and see. Let's put the username and password, admin and show interface description. So it has that 32 IP. So I can go here to VSmart. Let's see what IP it has. It's 32. Admin. How? System, hostname, V, smart 1, system IP 1.1.1.3, site ID may be same, then VBond IP 172.10.10.45, then the org name. Let's copy that. Commit and quit. So now we have all these devices. We have done the basic configuration. We have everything. What is next? Now, the next thing only to bring up the control plane is that, so first thing was to install the OVF over compute, do minimum configuration. 3, install the certificate. Nowadays, this installing certificate is like very much automated. Once you have the license features, license version, we'll discuss about that. Then it will be done automatically. Now, this was the topic, this was the point related to our control plane. Now, what about the edge devices? Data plane. Now, data plane may be hardware, maybe software. Suppose if it is software. So, step number 1, same. Step number 2, same. Step number 3, easy, is automated. So, maybe in control plane, you have to go and install the certificate manually, but you have 2000 devices in your site and you don't want to install the certificate manually. That's why this process is very much automated. How it is working behind the scene, we'll discuss that. We are going to discuss point number 3, but we'll not discuss today. We'll discuss later on. We must focus on whatever we have studied today. And last thing, once we have our VManage up and running, then I can go to the VManage. Let me show you that how you can do that. Oops. Go to the, what was that IP for our VManage? Show interface description 172.10.10.31. So we can go here 172.10.10.31. It's a very old dashboard. So what you need to do here, once you have all those basic configuration, you can come to the dashboard. We have different features in dashboard. This is very old dashboard. Now you can go to configuration and devices, and then you can go and add the controllers. Suppose one of my controller IP 10.10.10.45 username admin password is also admin. Okay. So once you add it, and you can go to the certificates, controllers. You can see that we have some certificate and there are some certification process behind the scene. So if I go here to my, yes, where is my atom? Okay, let me show you that I have added some of the steps here related to certificates because we want to do it manually. So you can do it. Templates, another config, maybe home lab. If you go to home lab, you will see certificate, other step. So you have to make VManage as your root CA server. So if I go to my VManage and go to cell, then you have to create the from CA root CA key. You have to create .pym file. There is some OpenSSL that is supported in VManage. So now we have the root CA and pym files. Now what we need to do actually, that all the steps are listed there. These are something that non SD-WAN things, like, it's like just to show you that these steps are there. Now we'll go to the VManage from the CLI and installing the certificate. Once this is there, then we'll generate the CSR. So if you go to the dashboard, first of all, for VManage, let's close this. We'll go and generate the CSR for VManage. So I can go here to my, again, I can go to vshell, say VManage 1.csr. I'm giving this name. I for insert this, quit it. Now from this, we need to go and generate the CRT. So my CSR is this one. I'll go and generate this. I will go here, this place, and put this. It got generated. So now if I go and check this, I have my VManage dot CRT. This is my certificate, some certificate process we are doing actually here. Once I have my certificate, then I can go to my this place. I can select VManage, I can click install certificate, and I can install certificate for VManage. So what is happening behind the scene? You can see this process that it is sending that information to the VBond, right? Because we need VBond. So now once this is there, then if you just follow the document, you'll see that it will tell you that once you are done, then you do the same thing for your VBond. So for VBond, what is my VManage IP? 172.10.10.31. So this can be done by this command, whatever we have done manually for VManage. Again, this is a non-SD-WAN things. You don't have to do this. Just to show that behind the scene this is happening, I'm showing. So now I can go to VBond. Here we have the VBond and make sure that IP is correct. That is 172, yeah, 31. IP is correct. I can put that command. It's telling successfully install. If I go to vshell, I don't think so that we have root CA and other things here. Okay. So what you can do now, that because you need this key, -L, we need this root CA key and root PEM key because now VManage is my root server. So this key I need to go and put here and then generate the CSR, generate the CRT, and then install the certificate. So allow me, I'll do that for next 5 minutes. We are very good. So I have this, oops, not like this. Let me, I can even do cat and see key, right? What is that? CA dot key and one was what? PEM. So what I need actually, I can go to VBond and I can create this key. Then I can go and put this key and then I can create PEM. I can put this. Once I have these keys, then you can see that we have the, if I go back to the certificate controller, we have the CSR. So I can go to my device. Here I can create one more VBond1.CSR. Once we have that, then I can go to my notepad. So this actually no need to do it if we have the keys and everything there, but it is not there. So that's why manually I have added. And final thing is that we need that CRT. So I can go here, unable to load, some error happening. Let's see. So with that, yeah, means it will generate this key here. Some maybe some typo, some small error is there. That's fine. So what is happening here is this, that as I wanted to show that once it will generate, then what I will do, that I will go here, install certificate, put that, install it. So you will see that your VBond, your VManage is already there. Then your VBond will get authenticated, and likewise we have to go and add the VSmart. Once you add this, then you will see that in your control plane you have one VManage, you have one VSmart, one VBond. That means your control plane is up and running. Nowadays this is not the way that certification is happening. In next session I will explain you that behind the scene how certification is happening. And once we have the full-fledged server, so how this will look like, let me quickly show you that. You have this lab access. Once you go there to that lab, and this is very latest images we have in this lab. Is we have 20.x. Now you can see 16 or 17 SD-WAN version, and then 20. How many changes we have? It's like completely different dashboard. So once our basic configuration is there, once we have certification process, everything, and you discover the devices in the VManage, then you can see that on top, we want VSmart, VManage for devices. It's a look and feel of this dashboard. And if I go here, if I click configuration, see how many options we have. Tools, maintenance, administration, workflows, analytics, and all those. You can see so many options we have. But if you go in the older version, you can see configuration only 4 item, tools 3, maintenance, that's it, right? So like that, we have the certification. And once we have the certification, then you have the full-fledged lab. So what we'll do in the next session, we'll go and discuss more about the automated way of certification. And after that, we'll work on this particular lab. Okay, you have any query? Thanks for joining. Day number 2, we are going to learn something very exciting today, how to bring up SD-WAN home lab. We have some images, we have 16.x, 17.x, but main agenda here is to understand the bring up process. While bringing up this lab, we are going to learn good information about SD-WAN, like what is the base configuration we should do, how we can go and do the certification process, how controllers we are doing the certification, how the edge devices they are doing the certification. In this bring up lab, very much we are going to do everything manually, but in actual production, those things are very much automated. I have one very nice document that is PNP, plug and play. So there are multiple ways that we can go and bring up the lab slowly. So today we'll go and focus more on this bring up lab, but what other options we have, that also we will go and explore. Let me quickly check my document link if I have uploaded that document called plug and play. So, 1 second. I go to my drive, and if you go to the document section, I think this is the document section I shared. And if you go here, PNP, let me check PNP document is there or not. Otherwise, I will go and upload if it is not there. It should be there. I have uploaded all the documents. Search PNP plug smart account. Okay, so I think it is there, maybe with some other name. I will show you that next session. But how it is happening, that you have something called your smart account at software.cisco.com. In that smart account, you have a smart account, and then you have virtual accounts map with that smart account. Now in that portal, what you are doing, you are creating one profile. So we have one profile that is related to VBond. That is something like orchestration profile in the smart account, and we have that document. You will see all the flow and everything. Now from that, what is happening, that that particular smart account is binded with the on-prem VBond. So I have my VBond on-prem, and today we are going to bring up that VBond. We'll see that. Now that particular VBond that we have on-prem, for example, or maybe hosted over cloud, that is obviously in the DMZ zone. So the interface that is exposed for that VBond, it should be in the DMZ zone, because VBond is the orchestration plane, and since it is getting information from outside world, so we should place this in a DMZ. So it is somewhere connected with firewall and it is in DMZ zone. Now below that, obviously we have our core network. So we may have our core network here, core data center network, data center network, and then you may have your other devices connected with that core network. So you may have your VManage and VBond. So then suppose this is my VManage, this is my VBond. So point here is this, that in your smart account, in your portal that we have, like plug and play portal, where we'll go and update all the device list and everything. Just give me 1 second, please. Sorry for that. So what is happening, that in this smart account, what we are doing, that we are uploading all the devices. So once you go and upload all your devices like ISR, CSR, etc. So while uploading that, we have some serial number, we have to put the chassis ID, etc. Now these information related to devices, it will go and sync with the orchestration in the PNP process, and that information will be shared with the VManage as well. So suppose I have my VManage here, and then that information will be shared with VSmart as well. So let me quickly write here. Suppose this is my VManage and this is my VSmart. Now what is happening, that VBond, so this data will sync to the VBond. Actually behind the scene, the flow is not like that. Actually behind the scene, data should sync. It's like vice versa. It should sync with the VManage, and then VManage will inform VBond, and then VBond will inform VManage. It's like that. Obviously, the information will come to VBond first, but it will go and sync to the VManage. Then VManage will update VBond, and then VBond will update VManage, and then they will go and update VSmart. But behind the scene, this thing is happening. Somehow, all the controllers, they have that information. All the controllers, they have the serial number and chassis ID by which they are authenticating the devices when we are pushing these information as a plug and play, PNP, or maybe sometimes it is referred as ZTP, zero touch provisioning. We will see that. We have one section, maybe next class, we will go and see this PNP, how it is working behind the scene. Now, what we are going to do today is that since we are building our lab, so we don't have this smart account integration and all, we'll go and upload the list, the device list within the VManage manually. And then VManage will tell VBond, this is serial number chassis ID, you should know. And then VManage will tell VSmart, this is serial number chassis ID, you should know, to proceed. So this process we will see today, but we have lab related to ZTP as well. I will show the behind the scenes, the ZTP is also working. So we should know the flow. And we have very nice supported document related to PNP that we will check in the next session. Let's go and do this home lab bring up, because in this home lab bring up also, we are going to learn a lot. What are the things we are going to learn in this home lab bring up? That we have discussed this earlier, that first of all we have to go and install the OVF over the compute. Then we need some minimum baseline config. Sometimes these configs are referred as a bootstrap config. Means you need minimum configuration to bring up the devices, or sometimes it is referred as a day zero config as well. And then you are building day n config. Then certification process. Now we know that for VManage, what you need? Actually, you need 3 VNIC. I'll write here 2 VNIC only, plus some 10 gig. That is for our lab. VSmart, you need 2 NIC. Obviously, we know that why we have 2 NIC. One is for VPN 0 and one is for VPN 512. And these are VNIC actually, VNIC. Once we have this in a step number 1, then a step number 2, we know that we need minimum configuration. In this minimum configuration, system-wide configuration. In system-wide configuration, we need host name, site ID, system IP, org name, and VBond IP. Then the certification. Certification, I have some notes. We'll refer the notes. But how it is going to be, VManage will work as a certification server or root server to do all the certifications and all. Now there is one nice interesting fact here, that since number of controls, so we have one VManage, we have one VSmart, and we have one VBond in the lab we are going to deploy. So since number of controllers, the quantity is less, so you can go and do the manual certification process. It's okay copy pasting the certificates and all those things. But suppose if you have 100 VEdge, then manually doing this certification is actually very difficult. That's why we have the certification process, which is very much automated. So we'll see that how it is automated, although we'll go and bring up only one VEdge, but it doesn't matter if you have one or you have so many. It's like it's automated process. That means it will not take much time. So let's quickly go and do this. We have our lab file, and let's go here. If you go to this link, the first link that I shared, that is the document link. In this folder, SD-WAN, CCNP SD-WAN, if you go there, there is one folder called working. If you go there, we have image 16 and 17. I'll go ahead and let's go and bring up the VManage first. So I'll double click. It will open with my workstation. VManage. Let me import that. I don't want to update. So VManage import is happening. We'll go and assign the interfaces. Let's edit. Let's go and let's edit this. And meanwhile, I'll go open my secure CRT as well. I'll utilize that. So what I need here is the storage. Let's go and add. Again. And then we'll go and add few of the interfaces. Add one more. The adapter finish and okay. Now I can go and start this. And just to save our time, I'll go and bring up one more. So let's go and bring up this VSmart. Smart. So for this VManage, that is boot up process is going on. Okay. Let me go to VSmart as well. Simply I'll go and assign some nicks and then I'll start booting this. So you can go and add one more. The network system, add one more. I'll start that. Let's go here to the system ready. Once you have this system ready, admin one, yes, yes. Now this time it will boot and it will get some IP. Meanwhile, this booting is happening. Let's quickly go and install the VBond as well. The actual image for VBond is nothing but the VEdge only. But in the configuration line item, we'll go and add one configuration that's you are the VBond like that. So let's go to the adapter. Let's go and assign the interfaces. And I don't need extra interfaces. I'll go and remove two of the interfaces. Here we are, and one and two. Okay, let's start this also. So here we have our VManage. We can go and check the description and we'll go and assign the management interface here. So what we can do, we can go to VPN 0 and we'll do no ETH1, oops, no interface ETH1, and then we'll go to VPN 512, interface ETH1, no shutdown, IP DHCP, client, commit and quit. Let's check the status of VSmart description. Here also, I'll go to VPN 0, no interface ETH1, and then VPN 512, interface ETH1, IP DHCP client, no shutdown, commit and quit. Why I'm doing this? Because I want their management IP. So from my secure CRT, I can go and log in. So now I can see that my VPN 0 IP is 172.10.10.33 and the management IP is 192.168.0.129. So if we go here and check the VManage, and for VManage, the IP will be 129 management IP. Let's try to access admin and admin. Yeah, we have that access. Likewise, let's go and check the management IPs of these devices. This is 130. and we'll quickly verify the management IP of VBond as well. This is 131, so 129.130, and this having correct management interface. So we have 33, 34, 35, 129, 130, 131, like that, the VPN 0 and the management IPs. No problem. Now we can go here. I can go to VSmart and we'll go ahead and give the IP of 130. I can log into VSmart as well. Now we know that once we have this NIC assignment and the devices are up and running, we have to go and give them some basic bootstrap configuration or day zero configuration. So we will do that. Since this particular VBond is actually the edge device, so that's why you can see this tunnel interface configuration on the interface that we need to remove. We'll go and remove. Now let's do this thing. So let's mark these steps. While we are doing this steps calculation, suppose this is, let's mark this done. Now we need step number 2. We have to go and do some minimum baseline configuration. So let's go and do this. 5 line items we need. We will provide that. So we can go to VManage and let me exit from it. Just I wanted to show you that from top. I'll go and write from here on the top. Okay, so what is the system host name? VManage. Then system IP, for example, you can give 1111. Then site ID we can give 1000. Then the VBond IP, we know that is 172.10.10.33.34.35. We'll confirm from here as well. Show interface description. This is the VBond IP. Great. And then finally the org name, organization name in the quotes should be there in my notepad. The organization name will be, this is my org name that is going to be part of the, not this one, that is the part of our certification process. So what is happening that the VBond VSmart, suppose VBond will check the serial number and chassis ID of the devices, but the edge devices, they will go and check the organization name of the VBond or the other controllers. So likewise, they are doing two-way authentication. Commit and quit. If you do commit and quit, this is the baseline configuration I was looking for. Apart from that, all the controllers should have default route to each other or to pointed towards some common gateway. From there, they can reach. So because that VPN 0 route is already there, reachability is there. So now what we can do here, that we can go and do the same configuration on the other devices, the baseline configuration system, hostname, VSmart, then the system IP, suppose this is 1.1.1.2, site ID 1000, then VBond 172.10.10.35 and commit and quit we can do here. System hostname VBond and the site ID you can give, system IP you can give 1.1.1.3 org name I copy pasted, so copy paste. But here we have an im- important command we should give, that is the VBond IP. I am the local VBond. Now I should go to the VPN 0 as well. So VPN 0 interface gigi this, because I want to remove the tunnel interface. You can go to top, show configuration. What configuration we have put here, you can see. You can use top command, go top of the line, this configuration and VPN 0 configuration, and then we'll do commit and quit. So now we have all the required basic configuration, and we can mark this as done. So once we have this configuration done, then what we can do, certification process, right? A certification process, we have long list of configuration for the certification process. And let me go here, open my incognito window. So what we need now, we have to go to VManage. So we should go to VManage 192.168.0.129. So management IP of our VManage. We can go here. And from here, we have to do some certification. We have to make the VManage as a root server. So let's see the steps. First of all, you should go to the VManage, generate the root CA key. From that root CA key, we'll generate the root ca.pim file. So we'll go to the shell or generated. Then we'll go and generate this as well. Let's go and generate this key as well. And then this step. Before doing this step, make sure VManage dashboard having the VBond and org name configured. So what I'm telling here is this, that you go to the dashboard that we have, go to the administration and settings, and make sure that you have this organization name and VBond. VBond is not there. Let's go and add it. 32, 33, 35. What is that IP for the VBond? Let's make sure that 172, 10, 10, 10, 35. Everyone has the correct IP. Everyone has the correct IP. VBond should have the correct IP. Okay. So this is the IP. Save it. Now I will go and request the install the key. So very much you can come here and exit. This is the CLI command. Successfully installed. Great. And now we'll generate the VManage CSR. From that CSR, we can generate the key. Now if we are here, if you go to the cell, you will see that we don't have any CSR file here. So what we need to do, that we can go here to the configuration, certificates, controllers, generate the CSR. So loading, it's got generated. Now you're generating, you need to copy this, but If we come here to GUI and check, see here in the bottom, this file got generated. So I can copy, means no need to copy as well. What we can do actually, we can go to the script and this configuration, I can go here, I can simply make this VManage CSR because it is already there generated. You can go here and paste this line. Generating a CA private key. Now you can see that from CSR, we have generated the CRT that we need to actually install. So many steps are here and there, here and there. Let's see. So we are in controllers. We have install certificate option. We'll paste here, install it. So what it will do? It will go and push these items to the VBond as well, because whatever the controller will do, it should go and tell this information to VBond as well. At the moment, you'll see we don't have VBond. We haven't added it. So once you do these steps, then coming here, go and add a VBond to the VManage dashboard. You have to go to the VManage dashboard and you need to add this first of all, then this certification process will come into the picture. So although I'll copy it, you can go here to this place. Now you can go to the configuration and devices. You can see controllers, add the controllers, add the VBond IP 172.10.10.35 admin. While generating the VBond, we are generating the CSR as well. The CSR will be used to generate the CRT. Add it. Once it will get added, then I will go here to the VBond. And our VManage IP is 33. So try to install the key. Let me do one thing, clear. Okay. So now you can see ls minus la. Now you'll see that we have the CSR as well. So here we are. Now the problem here is this, in this step, that I don't have the CA keys. So maybe I don't have root CA and PEM and all those. So what we can do here, that we can go to the VManage and we'll copy these files. And I need this in both the places. I need this in VSmart as well. I forget it. QN. Then PEM. I forget it. You can go here and okay. So see, I have these keys. I have the CSR. Now we're good to generate the key. So now this will be 33 VBond. Okay, and now yeah, you can see VBond underscore CSR. I'll simply copy this and paste. This is the manual process for a VBond. I'll go and VBond dot CRT. Oh, VBond 5. Oops. So cat VBond 5 dot. So that's the name I have given. This is the actual certificate that I wanted here. I can go here and now I have to click VBond, but you have to go to certificate controllers. You have to click VBond and below you can see the workflow. Below it is telling that add the device, generate the CSR, upload the certificate. So we have added the devices, we have generated the CSR. Now we have to go and upload the certificate. So we are uploading the certificate. What it will do behind the scene that it will sync the VManage as well. So it has done. So if you go here, once you do all now you can see they have installed the certificate. We should go and sync the database as well with the send VBond command. And you're not seeing this count. I'll show you that why it is not showing. But if certificate is installed, you can see counter will become 1. Once I do the VSmart, then I'll show you that how this counter is increasing. But once you're here, okay, once you're here, then you can check show certificate installed. You can see that certificate got installed. Like that in VManage also, if I go and run the same command, so it will tell me that the certificate got installed. Okay, so this is very much good. Let's go and quickly do the same thing for VSmart. So VBond is done. Now we have VSmart. So what we can do here, that will go and add the VSmart to the VManage dashboard, and we have to do the same processes. This has IP33, and first of all, I need to go and add the VSmart to the dashboard. So configuration, devices, controllers, add controller VSmart. VSmart IP 10.10. Maybe 34. And protocol, you can see we have option either DTLS or TLS. We'll use this. I'll make sure that the IP is correct. Show interface description. Yes, 172.10.10.34. That is correct. Let's add this. Adding and generating the CSR. Now I can go to the VSmart. I can install the certificate. Oh, failed. Oh, IP is incorrect. Should be 10 and 10. Successfully installed. Great. Now I need the keys. So let's go here and add the root CA key that we have. So I can go and let's copy and oops, VSmart paste, and then the PIM key. Then the key copy should be correct. Yeah, correct. Okay. Now if we see, the CSR is already there. So from the CSR command is there, we can go and generate the CRT. Let's just copy. We're very much done. And come here and generated. Now I can do cat vsmart.crt because we need to install the certificate. So I can go here and we'll go to certificates, controllers, click VSmart, install certificate, put this, install it. So now this is in progress. Once this step will get completed, then for additional step, I will go and click that button, send to VBond. So what we'll do, note here, after this step, send the details to VBond to update VBond data is. Now once we are here, now it is telling that one certificate get installed, upgrade your image. So in this particular lab, to proceed further, we have to go and update the controllers as well. That will do that. Now since it is here, click OK, pushing everything. A database will get synced. Database gets sync, and now also you can see this is like 00, right? It is not showing in the plane. So what we will do now, we will go here. First of all, we'll make sure that all these devices having certificate, exit, show certificate install, having the certificate, and it has already, we have checked that. So they have the certificate. Now what we'll do, we'll go to VPN 0. Clear. We'll go to, oops, we'll go to VPN 0 and interface ETH0 and make this tunnel interface. We create this tunnel interface because then only that device bring up, means it will show in the dashboard. Interface, what interface we have? ETH0 tunnel interface and commit. Likewise, we'll go to VBond. VPN 0 interface, Gigi00 tunnel interface, but here the tunnel interface having this. Okay, now once you do all these steps at 30 minutes of configuration that we have done, if you do all these things, then we have to go and check the control connection. So how we are doing this? Show control connections. Now you can see the control connection. That means if I go to the dashboard, you can see one, we have added one VBond, we have added one VSmart. And if you want to see the individual dashboard, I'll show you that. You can see real-time device dashboard. So this is the dashboard. They are up and running, and these features and all those things. We'll discuss this more later. But the next phase here is this, to bring up your home lab is this, that you should go and upgrade the image to proceed further where we are. Yeah. Upgrade this. So let's do this thing. Let's go here. And you can see one suitcase is there. Software upgrade. So what is the order for this software upgrade? Upgrade the VManage, then the controllers, then the edge devices. So you should go to the VManage, and you have to go to the repository first. First of all, download the image. So add the software for VManage and VManage in the same location, the shared folder that you have in the SD-WAN, in the CCNP SD-WAN, oops, sorry, in the SD-WAN, the working folder 17.2. So now we have install our controllers with respect to 16. Now we have to upgrade from 16 to 17. So I'll go to 17 and you can see this VManage upgrade patch. So this upgrade patch and then VSmart and VEdge cloud. So there is one other image that I put, click upload. Now once this will get uploaded, then what? What is next? The next thing is this, that we have to go and install it, and then we have to go and activate it. So once VManage will get installed, activated, you will see that entire dashboard will get changed. At the moment, dashboard is 16.x. The 17.x dashboard is very new and there are some more features in that. So let's this download get completed. Now you can see it is done. What we'll do next? So upload is almost done. It will give us message that it is done. So wait for a few more seconds. Updating. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, it's done. So suitcase software upgrade. Now you can go to VManage, and here you will see that upgrade and activate. First of all, we need to upgrade to 17.2. Upgrade. Now you will see upgrade is in progress. It is in progress. From where? From 16.2. It will try to upgrade to 17.2. Right. So we can give some time. And once this is done, then we have to activate. So if I go and write the steps here for this upgrade process, what we are doing, first of all, while doing the image upgrade, what is the order? So order for image upgrade, it should be like this, upgrade. It should be like this, that you should go and upgrade the VManage first. Then you should go and upgrade other controllers. Other controllers means your VSmart and VBond. Then what is next? Your edge devices. Your edge devices you need to go and upgrade. This will be the order for the upgradation. Now since it is done, you can see successful. Again, I can go to that place. Suitcase software upgrade, VManage, and now I should activate this. So now you can see that you have the VManage where you have the default 16, available 17. You want to activate this. Yes, I want to activate. So click activate. This activate. Now once you click activate, this will get rebooted obviously because you want to upgrade this. We should give some 5-minute time. Let's go to whiteboard. So here we are here. Image upgrade process is like this. And the other important thing I want to highlight here is this, that for example, we are within VManage upgrade process. First of all, download that software from downloads.cisco.com. Whatever cisco.com is the URL from Cisco. Then it should be in your store. So from your store, in case it is in my Google Drive, suppose G Drive, I have from my store. upload to VManage, right? Within the repository of VManage. Then third, what we have done that upgrade the image from 16 to 17.x. And then finally, you have to activate. Once you activate, the VManage will reboot. It will take some 5-10 minutes, and then you can see new dashboard. Now this process, once this process will get completed, then we'll do the same for VSmart and VBond. And then you will see new display, new type of dashboard. So let me go back to the place where it is rebooting. And if I go here and refresh the page, so then it is taking some time, because now you can go here to your VManage. You can see that it's still in upgrade process. Okay. So we'll wait for 2 minutes. Let me allow to pause the recording.
Yeah, because
Let me pause the recording. So now once I log in, you'll see how nice this will look like. It's like very good dashboard we'll get. Invalid username, password. See how nice this is, this dashboard. And we have some more features added in this. All these things and all. So what we want to do now, that we want to upgrade. Upgrade means that the VManage is upgraded, but we haven't upgraded the VBond and VSmart. So that we want to upgrade. Now controllers, now you can see that they are running 16 only. So I can select both, and then I need to put the image, the 17.2. So where we can go to the repository, add the software for VEdge cloud, right? And the VSmart. Let's do this in the folder. You can see this is, and VEdge, later on we'll check that VEdge. Click update. Although I have put that in earlier step, it should be there in the repository. But let's see. So downloading that in the local system, it is very fast. Then we'll go back to the controllers, and okay, actually it is already there. So let's go back to the device list. Controllers, I can select both, and I can click upgrade. And I can see that it got scheduled. Now it will, from here, it will take 15 minutes. So you can see that downloading process is in progress, and you will see the counters 1%, 2%, 3%, it will go, and it will take 15 minutes from here. So what I will do, I can pause the recording. If you want to take some tea or coffee, let's take one 15-minute break. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me start the timer. So what I have done, that I started one timer. right? So you can see it is taking approx 20 minutes to get completed. Meanwhile, it is going on. Let's quickly go and bring up the edge device. Means we'll go to the edge device and we will install to our Workstation Pro. So if you go to the same folder, you will see in the bottom, there is one edge that is 17.2.10. So this is my VEdge 01. Let's import it and let's bring this up. Importing the file. Once it is here, I don't, oh, what we are doing, we are changing the network setting. So at least VPN 0 and VPN 5.1 interface should get the IPs. So let's go and edit the setting. Here we are. Once we are here, then we can go to this, and then we can go to this. These you can see VNet 1 and VMnet 2. Okay, and start. And it is going on. Now, what is happening in other software download is that if you go back to the dashboard, you will see that the upgrade process is going on. And once upgrade is done, it is rebooting the device. You can say this device will get rebooted, and then it has the new image 17.2. So this is going on, and below also it is waiting for VBond. If this get completed, you will see within a few seconds, this will also get completed. Okay, so we are here in our VEdge. It is asking for username and password. Let's provide that. Interface description. Once we have the management IP, so management IP is 192.168.0.138. So I can go to that secure CRT. Meanwhile, we'll go to the secure CRT. Change the management IP and we'll try to log into this device. It is management IP 192.168.0.138. So now we have the VEdge. Now for this VEdge also, we need to go and give the baseline configuration, right? So the baseline configuration, that means we have to go to the system wide host name. Suppose host name is VEdge 01. System IP, I'll go and give system IP in the range of 2.2.2.2. Site ID, suppose this is site ID 100. Then the VBond IP that we have 172.10.10.35, and then the organization name. So the organization name we have, let me log into VManage and get it from there. Show run system org name. This is our organization name. I can go here and give that. Then we have to do commit. So now you can see the host name got changed. So this change has been made. This is nothing but your bootstrap configuration, minimum configuration to bring this device. Now we know that these devices, these SD-WAN fabric is working as a whitelist model. So what does it mean by whitelist model? Whitelist model means that suppose you have your VManage, you have your VBond, you have your VSmart, and then you have VEdges. So what is happening in this model, that all the devices, suppose I have my VManage, it should have the device list. Device list means it should know the serial number and the chassis ID. CID, chassis ID of that particular device. And this is true, oops, this is true with all the controllers. So suppose VManage should have the serial number and chassis ID. Likewise, your VBond should have the serial number, chassis ID. If they do not have, then how they will do the two-way mutual authentication? How will they will go and bring up the control plane? It is not possible. So they should have the serial number and chassis ID. And while doing the authentication, the VS devices should know the org name, organization name of the controllers. So that's why we are putting this organization name command in that. So at the moment, do these controllers have the serial number and the chassis ID? The answer is no, they don't have. We haven't provided that to them. We don't have. How they can get this information? Either they can get this information from the plug and play portal, PNP portal. There is nothing but your software.cisco.com, some not software.cisco.com, actually pnp.cisco.com. I'll give you that URL in next session. I told you that we are going to do the PNP process in next class. So I'll give you more information about this, and I have very nice document related to your um, smart account, virtual account, how to create the mapping in the virtual account, and all those information. This we should know. And then the other thing that we can go and provide is manually. That we are going to do now. Manually, we'll go and upload the file to VManage, and once VManage have that file, it will go and sync that databases to the controllers. So that means that controllers, they have that file of serial number and chassis ID, and that's why we are telling that the SD-WAN fabric is working as a whitelist model. Means they have all those information pre-built, and then once you go and do the authentication with them, so next time when the authentication will happen, it will first try to establish the relationship with the VBond, but that connection will be temporary. The permanent connection will always happen with the VManage and the VSmart. The connection that they will go and form with the VBond, that will be temporary. It will go. But the first time authentication, who will do? The devices, they have to go and do the first time authentication with the VBond. Once the authentication is done, they will forward that to the VSmart VManage, and then you have the permanent tunnel. Great. So let's go back to the controller. Check that if they got upgraded. Now you can see the green signals. That means that part is done. And now if you go to the dashboard, if I can go here, see the version 17.2. So it has the 17.2. It has 17.2. Obviously, VManage also have the 17.2 that we know. Now, this counter is 0. This counter is 0. That means we have to go and provide to do the authentication. And then we have to make sure that this counter is increasing. Okay, so how we can do that? How we can do that? So let's go here to the document, and next phase is to bring up the devices. So we have to go and bring up the device. I told you earlier in the class that to bring up these edge devices is actually straightforward, right? Because you may have hundreds or thousands of devices. You can't do this certification all the time, this certification manually, right? So this is very much automated step that we will do. But before doing that, you go to that VManage, go to the devices and upload the file. So VEdge list, upload the edge list. The same folder you will see that I have .viptela file. So if you go here, you can see viptela serial file. You just upload it. While uploading this file, make sure that check mark this. Okay. Okay. Now once you upload this file, now if you go to the CLI and if you go to the VManage, you can see, oops, my VManage. I have access, but connection error seems. My VManage is a little bit busy. No problem. Let's go to the VSmart. What I want to show here is this, that you can go ahead and check show control connection valid VEdges. You can see that list. How it got that list? It got the list from the VManage. VManage has pushed that list here to the device. And here this control connection is not working. This will not show you anything here because this is orchestration plane. So you have to use the keyword called orchestrator instead of control. So here you can see this. And now if I can go to the VManage, VManage is a little bit busy at the moment, not responding, but it's okay, it's fine. So we have all those necessary terms and condition. Now what we want to do, that I have to go to VManage, and from VManage I have to upload the list. I think my place power is gone. And my UPS, I don't know how much backup it will give. Let's do it. So I have to go and issue only one command. 10.30. What was that IP? 32? 33. Okay, no problem. So what command you need? Let's go here and VPN 512. What was the IP for that? 192.168.0.129. And request this VH, right? This command you need. Just it. Just 129. That's it. Put this command and go here to the edge. SCP to that VManage. Trying to copy that. My VManage should have that type. Let me see if is my VManage got rebooted or something, because it's not responding. Okay, it's got rebooted actually. That's why it's unreachable. Problem. Yeah, it's not responding because oops, it got rebooted. So what I need actually, I need just two commands. This is one of the command, and then there is one other command, that is request VeloCloud activate the chassis number and the token number, and that's it. Once I give this, this will work perfectly fine, and this process will get completed, and you can see that device onboarded. Serial number chassis ID means this is the chassis ID and this is the token number. Okay, so why not I can give this command first, and the token number is my token number, right? And then this this should be installed, the key. And then you are here. If you are here, because yeah, VManage is down, actually it got rebooted. Once it will come back online, then you can see in the dashboard, you will see that edge device. No problem. We have waited long. Let's wait for a few more seconds. So my VManage, you can see it is rebooting behind the scene. Once system is ready, then it will work fine. Now, there is one small problem here. If your VManage will get rebooted, then it will lose the VBond IP. So what I'm telling here, that once we have this dashboard, if you go to the administration and setting, you'll see that it don't have the VBond IP. Just put that VBond IP one more time, and then you will see that everything will be good. Still it is rebooting. The VBond is rebooted. And we know that once it got rebooted, it will take some 2-3 minutes to sync the database. Means database will come back. It will take some 2-3 minutes. Okay. Okay, where we are. Here we system ready. So from here it is ready, but we know that to come there in the dashboard means it will take some time because database will get synced and all those things will happen behind the scene. So if I'm here, if I refresh my page, not found, it will show you not found. That's fine. Okay, suit not found. Okay, let me try. Admin, say installed, and we have done this request and show certificate installed. Okay, that's okay. We are done with the steps, whatever required steps are there. Initializing the server. And once we log in, then you will see that we have the edge device there. Okay, so process wise, you can see that for edge device, we have just two commands. One is to install the root certificate from VManage, and other one is that use that request command to give the serial number and the chassis ID. There is a serial number and the token ID, right? And then you're good to go. It is initializing. What it is initializing, behind the scene. So VManage, they have different type of databases. They have databases related to configuration, related to network devices, related to different stats. So I told you earlier that you can go to the administration and setting. Oh, VBond is there. It's not there. Okay, should be there. And okay, let's do one thing. Let's go to the VManage. Can I connect? Manage. Let me give the management IP 192.168.0.129. Click connect. Accept. Show controller valid VEdges. Oh. The list is not there. See, configuration, devices, should sync, certificate, send this information to all the controllers. And here we are. Now the list is there. And so I'll do one thing that, okay. As device, show control connections. You can see that it is trying, it has the connection. See, let's see this. Means we are done. It will come here. It will take some time. Yeah, you can see. Got. Wow. So this is one of the big lab we have, where we have bring up the control plane and where we have bring up the data plane. Okay. So with knowing these things, we can stop our session, and next class onward, we will work on the next things that will work on the template configuration with our hosted labs. Thanks everyone for enrolling this course. In this course, you will learn all the technologies related to CCI Enterprise. But in case you are looking and you are preparing for your lab exam, please feel free to contact. We are running some sort of 100% guarantee program to make you pass. I will provide you the lab, resources, everything. If you want to know more about this offer, you can go and email to this particular address. Anyways, in this course, you are going to learn all the technologies. This will be very useful course to you. But in case you are planning to write your lab exam, just feel free to contact us. We'll provide you all the guidance, all lab related tips, techniques, all the passing techniques, etc. So please do not hesitate. Feel free to contact us and we will provide you and we will assure you that you pass your lab exam in first attempt. Thank you.